Good Saturday evening to you, wrestling fans. Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the home of World Championship Wrestling. Josh with you for the next 45 minutes of great wrestling action. Thank you for tuning in. 3 first-round matches coming your way in the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Kicking things off with Tully Blanchard taking on Sting. What a match to kick off the program. And there you see Barry Windham leading the Four Horsemen to the ring. Nature Boy Ric Flair, Arn Anderson have already advanced in this tournament. Tully Blanchard, Barry Windham hoping to do the same this evening.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson, and the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, from San Antonio, Texas. Weighing in at 241 pounds, Tully Blanchard.
Blanchard and Anderson receiving good news concerning the World Tag Team Title Tournament. They are in the tournament, one of 4 teams already getting a bye into that first round. The other teams, of course, being Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors, Beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Stan Lane, the Midnight Express, and Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express. We will have a qualifying match for the tournament here tonight as the Powers of Pain, Barbarian and Warlord take on Brad Armstrong and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Missy Hyatt, Eddie Gilbert's manager, is here in the building this evening. Also, number 1 Paul Jones is here. What an ovation for Sting as he makes his way to the ring.
And his opponent from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, this is Sting.
Also tonight, fans, gorgeous Jimmy Garvin will take on Chief Wahoo McDaniel. That is a round 1 match in the World Title Tournament, as is this one. And also another round 1 match coming your way. Barry Windham taking on Lex Luger. What a night it's gonna be. So glad to have wrestling back at the 6 o'clock hour. Saturday is not the same without it. Our referee for tonight's match is Bill Scott. The fans here in Atlanta behind the Stinger. Nice kick there by Sting. And Sting, fueled from the fans with a beautiful textbook suplex, takes down Blanchard. Sting calling out to the crowd. Slams the wrist against the mat. If you missed it last week, fans, we saw Ric Flair defeat Sam Houston by countout to advance to round 2. Also, the Russian Nightmare Nikita Koloff used the Russian sickle to defeat Brad Armstrong and advanced to round 2. And what a match last week between Arn Anderson and Magnum TA, with Anderson advancing, applying that gourd buster and moving on to round 2. So 2 members of the Horsemen making it. Tully Blanchard hoping to join him in round 2. Sting whips him into the ropes. What a clothesline by the Stinger. Cover, hooks the leg. 1. Kick out there by Blanchard. Snaps the head down. Sting working on the leg. Good elbow drop there by the Stinger. Picks him up. Shoots him into the corner. Sting has Blanchard. And 10 times, face first into the top turnbuckle, and Sting going to the top rope. Watch your back, Sting. Ric Flair looking on. Barry Windham also behind him. Sting perched on that top rope. Flying clothesline. He caught him with authority. And a cover once more. Sting wanting to move on to the second round. Sting now cranking the head of Tully Blanchard. You are watching World Championship Wrestling, the Major League of Professional Wrestling. Sting now sitting down on the back of Blanchard and wrenching the head back. a version of the camel clutch. Tully Blanchard trying to get out of it here. Can he pry the hands away? Yes, he can. Flips him over. And for the first time, Blanchard on the offense. Gut-wrench suplex. Blanchard frustrated there, stomping the mat. Needs to take it out on Sting, not on the mat. Went for the right hand, nobody home, but Blanchard picks him up. Fires him into the corner, follows him in with a clothesline. That rocked the Stinger. And Blanchard now going to work on the leg. Blanchard is a master of the figure 4 leg lock. He also uses the slingshot suplex to put away an opponent. Good elbow drop there by Blanchard. Sting, of course, will use one of 3 deadly holds. Either the Scorpion Death Drop, an inverted DDT, the Stinger Splash, which is a big splash in the corner, or the Scorpion Deathlock, which is a figure 4 leg lock. Nice claw there to the eyes by Blanchard. Sting moved out of the way. Tully stays on him. The Scorpion Deathlock is, I should say, it's a mixture of the figure 4 and a Boston Crab. Sting from behind. Nice DDT there by Sting. And Blanchard has been busted open. Look at the blood pouring down from the forehead. Sting going in for the kill. Drives the knee right to the face. Leaping DDT. Sting with the cover. Hooks the leg. 2. Blanchard kicks out. Sting staying on the offense. Anderson looking concerned, covering the face at ringside. Sting picks him up. Look at the strength of Sting. Drops him hard to the mat. And Sting going for that Scorpion Death Drop. It's over. He planted him. No, Sting's not done with him. Anderson turns his back on Blanchard. Sting follows him in. Stinger Splash. Here comes the Scorpion. Steps inside, turns him over. Good night, Tully Blanchard. Middle of the ring. Blanchard's going to have to submit right here. Referee checking in. Blanchard yelling, no, no. He will not give up. But how's he going to get out of this hold? Blanchard's going to have to tap out here. Blanchard pushes himself up. He's able to escape. Good counter there by Tully. Low kick. Trips up Sting and now applying the spinning toe hold. Again, working on the legs of Sting. Great strategy. It is no secret that Sting sustained a knee injury many years ago. And now Blanchard working over the legs. Tully just shoved him in the back of the head. Blanchard now removing the top turnbuckle. Throws it to the floor. Exposing that steel. Dumps him up and over. Sting holds onto the top rope. He wanted to throw him outside, but Sting caught the top rope. Blanchard hip tossed him back in the ring. Vicious chop there by Blanchard, excuse me. Good butterfly suplex there by Blanchard. Tully claws the eyes. And now Tully going to work. Trying to turn this match around. Attacking the knee once more. Measures him. Drops the knee and rolls. Ric Flair proud of that move. That's a signature Flair move that he taught Tully Blanchard. Blanchard trying to wipe the blood out of his eyes. Sting crawls out to the floor, but he's in no man's land. Anderson grabs him, throws him back in the ring. Referee Bill Scott trying to repair the top turnbuckle, able to replace it there. Blanchard might have been going for the slingshot suplex right there. Sting with a fireman carry takeover and a great leaping DDT once again. That rocks Tully Blanchard. Sting again, fueled from the crowd. Clothesline, and once more. Head of steam, down goes Blanchard. Blanchard now reeling. Sting in the corner. Stinger Splash. He hit him with a Stinger Splash. Sting winding it up. And there's the Scorpion Death Drop again. And Barry Windham yelling at Sting. Sting allowing himself to be distracted by a member of the Horsemen. Look out, Blanchard from behind. Right A right hand there by Sting. Again, Barry Windham got his attention, and Blanchard from behind taking advantage. Blanchard socked him right in the jaw, but Sting fights back. Shoots him into the corner again. What a clothesline by Sting. Blanchard tried to pull himself up by the ropes, but Sting grabs him, whips him into the corner, and a Stinger splash for a third time. And now Sting going for the Scorpion Deathlock once again. Can he lock it in? Blanchard escaped the first time. Middle of the ring. Blanchard in trouble. It's over. He cannot handle a second Scorpion Deathlock. And Sting will move on to round 2. And the Horsemen have their first member that's not going to join them. Beautiful move there in that quarterfinal round. Blanchard was able to escape the Scorpion once. Sting did not have it locked in well. Great effort from Tully Blanchard, but it's not enough tonight. The man called Sting moving on to round 2, the quarterfinal round.
Here is your winner. This is Sting.
Impressive victory for Sting. He better watch his back. The Horsemen still at ringside. Sting looks ready to take them all on. We'll be right back, fans. Thank you for sticking with us. We are having another match in the World Heavyweight Title Tournament. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin to face Chief Wahoo McDaniel.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Precious. And from Bad Street, Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 235 pounds, gorgeous Jimmy Garvin.
Precious accompanying her man to the ring. Garvin hoping to advance to round 2. Fans, next week we will have the final 2 matches in the round 1. In round 1. The Great Muta to take on Ron Garvin and Ivan Koloff facing Dusty Rhodes.
From Texas, weighing in at 280 pounds, McDaniel.
Coming up next, fans, a qualifying match in the World Tag Team Title Tournament. The Powers of Pain, Barbarian and Warlord taking on Brad Armstrong and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. If you missed the announcement at the top of the hour, 4 teams are in the tournament already, receiving buys. Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors, the Midnight Express, Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane, and of course the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. No love lost between these two men. Garvin backing up at first. Beautiful drop kick there by Garvin. Caught him right in the mouth. And now Garvin going to work on the leg. Garvin slams the wrist against the mat. Jimmy measures him. Drives the fist home. Head scissors here by Garvin. Driving the elbow to the top of the head. Slams the wrist against the mat again. Garvin turns him over. Single leg Boston Crab. Swift kick there by Wahoo. And now putting the boots to the back of Garvin. Pulling the arm, trying to pull it out of the socket. Precious now looking concerned at ringside. Wahoo McDaniel hoping to move on to round 2. He would love to face Ric Flair in round 2. Flair is already there. Nikita Koloff is there. Arn Anderson is there. Now Sting. So 4 slots open in the next round of this World Title Tournament. Chinlock here by Wahoo. Garvin gets to his feet. Drives the elbow to the midsection. Garvin going outside. He's not liking how things are going right now. Wahoo following. Garvin now running. And he is going behind Precious here. Wahoo grabs Garvin. Just throws him. Precious moved out of the way just in time. Precious and Wahoo having words here. Not sure what was said there, but Garvin did not like that. Wahoo got up in the face of his main squeeze, Precious. Throws him up and over the railing. He's among the crowd. Garvin would love to pick up a count-out win here. But Wahoo gets back in the ring. Big right hand there by Garvin. Garvin from behind. Atomic drop. Stomps his head. Face lock here by Garvin. Rolls him over. Good amateur wrestling on display here by Gorgeous Jimmy. Precious raises both arms in victory. She hopes to be celebrating tonight. If Garvin can defeat Wahoo McDaniel. Driving the knee to the lower back. And again. Garvin calling out to the crowd. Right hand there by Garvin. And another. Spins him around. Waist lock there by Jimmy. Wahoo escapes. And Wahoo winds him up. Has him by the beard. Socked him right in the jaw. And Garvin falls to the mat. Garvin leaning against the ropes. Wahoo whips him in. Good shoulder tackle there by Wahoo. And now Wahoo McDaniel turning things around. Cover here by Wahoo. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Near fall. Garvin just kicked out. McDaniel thought he had punched his ticket to round 2. Kicked him right in the keister. Now picks him up. Into the ropes goes Garvin. Both men collide. Good stop there by Jimmy. But a vicious clothesline drops him to the mat. Wahoo now, claw in the face. Pulling the beard. Turns him over. Hooks the leg once again. 1. A 1 count only this time. Garvin able to kick out. Tag team action coming your way next. Don't go away. Nice block there by Garvin. Lands the right hand. Good scoop slam. Measures him. Drives the fist right between the eyes. Now Garvin with the armbar. Using the elbow right on the shoulder. One-handed bulldog by Gorgeous Jimmy. Picks him up. Low kick there. Garvin going for the DDT. Plants him. He planted McDaniel with that vicious DDT. Turns him over. Wraps up the leg. 2. Garvin's moving on to round 2. Impressive victory over Chief Wahoo McDaniel. Great. Just 1 minute, fans. There's something going on in the dressing room area. We've got to get our cameras back there. We are sorry to interrupt your great win here by Garvin, but what do we have here? That's Arn Anderson. He's taking down Sting. Can we get our cameras back there? Anderson using the chair on Sting. And fans, it was announced that Anderson would be facing Sting next week in round 2. I was about to announce that, but Anderson's announcing it for us. He's attacked Sting. He is trying to make sure that Sting is in no shape to compete next week in the World Title Tournament. Butterfly suplex here by Anderson on the floor. He has assailed Sting with that steel chair. We've got to get back to the ring here. Tag team action. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, Brad Armstrong taking on the Barbarian and the Warlord. What a cranium kick there by the Barbarian. This is a qualifying match in the World Tag Team Title Tournament. The winner of this match will make it into the tournament. The loser goes home. And Barbarian in control, spins him around, and we are worried about the condition of Sting. The locker rooms have emptied. Anderson took off, and Sting being helped here by Lex Luger and a few others here. I'm looking at the monitor. He is going to need medical attention. may be required to go to the hospital. Anderson just decimating Sting here tonight. I was going to say that Anderson and Sting would be wrestling next week in round 2, but will Sting be in any condition to compete? Warlord just knocked the taste out of Brad Armstrong's mouth with that right hand. Sent him sailing off the apron. There you see Missy Hyatt looking on. She is the manager of Eddie Gilbert. Gilbert chose Brad Armstrong as his partner in this qualifying match. Gilbert and Armstrong need to get past this massive big duo of the Powers of Pain, Barbarian and Warlord. But right now it's all Powers of Pain. Scoops him up. Fall away slam. He just slung Eddie Gilbert across the ring. They were just manhandling. Brad Armstrong tags himself in. Headbutt there by Warlord. Armstrong was able to back away as Warlord came charging in, but then the Warlord delivered a deadly headbutt. May have knocked the man out, but Armstrong able to kick out. Gilbert still in the ring, unable to get out. Warlord just threw him shoulder first into the post. Waistlock. Beautiful suplex there by the Warlord. Powers of Pain frustrated and angry that they were not one of the 4 ranked teams to get a bye into round 1, and they're taking out their frustrations on Brad Armstrong and Eddie Gilbert here tonight. He floored him with that clothesline, and now rains down right hands right on the kisser of Brad Armstrong. And Van Sting is being loaded into the back of an ambulance. That is not good. Our thoughts and prayers definitely with the Stinger here. If you're just joining us, he was attacked by Arn Anderson. It was announced that Anderson and Sting would meet in round 2 next week. As we have the 2 final first round matches next week. Good clothesline there by Armstrong. Armstrong trying to get back in this thing. Picks up Barbarian by the ears. Slams him down. Good move there by Armstrong. Leaping elbow drop. Armstrong came up short last week against the Russian Nightmare Nikita Koloff in that World Title Tournament match. Big splash there by Brad in the corner. Still to come, Lex Luger taking on Barry Windham. That is a round 1 match in the World Title Tournament. Another big splash by Brad. And he is manhandling the Barbarian now. A right hand. Really rocked the Barbarian. Beautiful monkey flip. Barbarian trying to crawl over and make the tag. He doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know which corner to crawl to. Big kick to the lower back. And again, now Barbarian. Worse for wear. Armstrong going up top. High risk move. He is waiting for the Barbarian to get to his feet. Could be a long wait here. But no, Barbarian up, and Barbarian able to move out of the way. Brad Armstrong was going for that neck breaker off the top rope. We saw him use it last week against Nikita Koloff. Barbarian moved out of the way. And now the Barbarian dragging Armstrong over to the corner. Tag made to the Warlord. Paul Jones looking on. Warlord deadlifting Brad Armstrong. Flips him over. Good gut-wrench slam there by the Warlord. And the Warlord now looking at the camel clutch. You are watching World Championship Wrestling on the American Entertainment Channel. Armstrong trips him up. Armstrong from behind. Has him up. Good back suplex. Tag made to Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Our main event comes up next, fans. As I mentioned, Barry Windham taking on Lex Luger. Good. Fans, I was just told that Sting is being taken to the hospital now. They're on their way in the ambulance. Elbow drop here by Gilbert. Gilbert and Armstrong turn this thing around. Barbarian running in there. Referee Bill Scott orders him out. And Gilbert strutting. Armstrong looking worse for wear, leaning over, trying to catch his breath. Barbarian again trying to get in there to help his partner. Reversal by the Warlord. Throws him up and over the top rope. Gilbert holds on, but not for long. That right hand sent him flying off the apron. Missy Hyatt helping up her man, Eddie Gilbert. Down goes Brad Armstrong. Cheap shot there by the Barbarian. He busted him right in the mouth. Gilbert back in the ring. Meets him with... He is met with a big boot right to the face. And the Barbarian picks him up. Great slam there by the Barbarian. And he's not done with him. Picks up Eddie Gilbert. Fires him into the corner. Tag made to the Warlord. Double team coming up. What do they have in mind here? Good slam there by Barbarian. Nice assist by the Warlord. And the right hand sends Brad Armstrong sailing to the floor. Cover. Leg hooked. Middle of the ring. It's over. And the Powers of Pain will make it into the tournament. They have qualified here tonight. Brad Armstrong, Eddie Gilbert. They're going home. They will not be in the tournament. Dominant win from the Powers of Pain here tonight. Look at that, just slingshot Brad Armstrong off that top rope. And there's the gut wrench suplex. Shoulder breaker slam combination here from the Barbarian. And then the great double team here. The assisted power slam. And it's all she wrote for Eddie Gilbert.
Here are your winners, the Barbarian and Warlord, the Powers of Pain.
So 5 teams now in the tournament. Don't go away, fans. Our main event comes up next. Thank you for sticking with us here this evening. Hope you're having a great evening. Barry Windham making his way to the ring.
The following contest is scheduled.
Look at that, J.J. Dillon's here.
Making
the Horseman's manager. Ric Flair, Arn Anderson also here. Tully Blanchard receiving medical treatment.
The Nature Boy,
I've been told.
And representing the 4 Horsemen from Texas, weighing in at 275 pounds, Barry Windham.
Will Barry Windham be the 3rd Horseman to make it to round 2? Or will he go for 2 tonight for the Horsemen? Anderson and Flair already in the 2nd round. We saw Anderson earlier on attacking Sting, sent him to the hospital. Anderson set to face Sting next week in a round 2 match. What an ovation for the total package Lex Luger as he makes his way to the ring.
And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 275 pounds, the total package, Lex Luger.
We're going to run down the roster once more here in World Championship Wrestling. Animal, Brad Armstrong, Arn Anderson, Barbarian, Black Bart, Tully Blanchard, Bobby Eaton, Manny Fernandez, Ric Flair, Jimmy Garvin, Ron Garvin, Robert Gibson, Eddie Gilbert, Hawk, Sam Houston, Wild Bill Irwin, Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, Stan Lane, Lex Luger, Magnum TA, Chief Wahoo McDaniel, Ricky Morton, Great Muta, Baron Von Raschke, Dusty Rhodes, Italian Stallion, Sting, Warlord, and of course this man, Barry Windham. Beautiful suplex there by Windham. And he is starting things out well for the Horsemen. Nice suplex and slam there by Windham. Windham stops the knee. Now the gut. Lex Luger being manhandled by the tall Texan. A great choice the 4 Horsemen made in picking Barry Windham as their 4th member. Lex Luger able to escape here. Luger picks him up. Gut buster there by Luger. Luger now. Concentrating on the back. Luger, of course, has mastered the human torture rack. That great submission hold that does a number on the neck and the back. And Luger targeting those areas now of Barry Windham. Windham floats over. DDT. Great maneuver there by big Barry Windham. Waistlock. Jockeying for position. Slams Luger down. Flair fired up at ringside. It has not yet been announced who Flair's opponent will be in round 2. Cover here by Windham. It could very well be Barry Windham if he should win this match here tonight, or it could be Lex Luger. Into the corner. Windham now. Off the middle rope. What a sunset flip there by Windham. Has he pinned? 1. Could you imagine that? Flair versus Windham. Waistlock here by Windham. Shoves down Luger again. Stomps the arm. Good strategy. Weaken those arms so Luger can't hoist him up into that human torture rack. Throws him into the corner. Great move there by Windham. Just crushing the knee of Luger. Now Windham. Look at the agility of Barry Windham. Leaping over in the leg drop. And the Horseman very pleased right now. Barry Windham in control. Windham taking his time, getting back in the ring. Windham, waistlock from behind. What a suplex there by Barry. Another quick cover. Good strategy here. A 1 count only. Luger kicks out. And here, fans, are the tag teams in World Championship Wrestling. Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors. Texas Clover Leaf applied here by Barry Windham. Turns him over. Submission hold in the middle of the ring. Referee Bill Scott checking in. Luger, can he get out? Yes, he can. Able to twist his body. Just contorted his way out there. But Windham with a roll-up here by Windham. Schoolboyed him. 1, 2. May have the tights. Maybe he didn't. Referee would have seen it, I think, if he had the tights for leverage. Windham now. Fisherman suplex and a cover. Cradle suplex. 1 count only. Bob Eaton and Stan Lane also in this tag team division, the Midnight Express. We saw the Powers of Pain earlier, victorious. Barbarian and Warlord victorious over Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Brad Armstrong. Good leaping splash there by Windham. Ivan and Nikita Koloff, the Russians. Black Bart and Wild Bill Irwin, the Long Riders. America's team, Magnum TA and Dusty Rhodes. The Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Martin, Robert Gibson. Good snapmare there by Luger. And of course, Sting and Luger are in the qualifying round. Manny Fernandez and Ron Garvin, good team there. The Italian Stallion and Sam Houston. Big slam there by Luger. So that is the complete roster here in World Championship Wrestling. Luger made the cover. Good ring awareness by Barry Windham, draping that leg over the bottom rope to force the break. And Barry Windham looking for a timeout here. Lex Luger was in the middle of the Horseman. He grabs a chair. Smart move by Luger. He's just daring any member of the Horsemen to attack him. Luger with a big slam. Luger clearly outnumbered here. I think Sting would have his back if he was not in the hospital. Right hand there by Windham. Picks him up. Slams him down. Windham, fans standing here in Atlanta. Windham might be going for the claw here. No, instead he's going to go with a DDT. Punishing move there. Windham applying more punishment on Lex Luger. Good arm lock there. Pulling back. Lifts him up, pulls it back. Applying a lot of pressure on Luger. Weakening those muscles. Weakening those arms. Windham tried to dislocate the shoulder. Luger is suplexed here. Barry drags him away toward the middle of the ring. He is fired up here tonight in Atlanta. Sold out crowd looks on. Windham hoping to advance to round 2. Stomps the back of the leg. And drives the knee down. If you're interested, fans, tonight there is a Saturday night's main event at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So a late one. That is the time it came on back in the day. 3 matches in the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Title Tournament coming your way tonight. Good stomp there by Windham. Good split kick with that cowboy boot, catching him right in the Adam's apple. Windham here, taking his time. That might have been a low kick there. Referee didn't see it. Again, just pulling on the arm. Luger moves out of the way, throws Windham into the corner. Vicious clothesline. That rocked Windham, sent him crashing to the mat. Thunderous clothesline again. He caught him flush. Cover. 1, 2, and 3. No, Windham kicked out. Luger has the strongest clothesline in World Championship Wrestling. Windham was lucky to kick out there. He might be going for the Human Torture Act right here. He was, but Windham had it well scouted. He moved out of the way, and Windham with a good waist lock into a suplex. And a cover by Barry. 1, 2, Luger kicks out. Two of the best wrestlers here in World Championship Wrestling locking horns here in our main event on Saturday night. Great submission hold here by Windham. Wrenching back on the chin. Trying to force Luger to cry uncle. Bill Scott checking in, our referee. Snapmare there by Luger. Clubbing blow by the total package. The package has him. Throws him into the rope. Down goes the referee. We've got no referee. Look out for the Horseman. And Ric Flair thought about it, but the referee started to stir. Thankfully, Bill Scott got up. Ric Flair was headed into the ring. What a clothesline there by Luger. Off the ropes. And another. He rocked Windham. And now right hands coming down. Luger now applying the shoulder claw on Barry Windham. Vicious nerve hold. Windham trying to get out. And Windham able to sweep the leg out from underneath the total package. Waist lock again. Rolls him over. Don't forget, if you're just joining us next week, the Great Buddha taking on Ron Garvin. That is a round 1 match. Texas Cloverleaf coming up. Submission hold by Windham. Can Luger get out of this one? Also, the Russian Bear Ivan Koloff to take on Dusty Rhodes in our last round 1 matchup. And fans, Arn Anderson is he is scheduled to wrestle Sting next week in round 2, a round 2 match. Beautiful DDT, but we do not know the condition of Sting. If you're just joining us, Sting was attacked in the dressing room area after Anderson learned that he would be facing Sting next week. Anderson waffled him with a steel chair repeatedly. Thankfully, Luger and some other wrestlers helped get Arn Anderson off of the Stinger. And Sting was then transported via ambulance to the hospital. Kick to the midsection. Will Sting be able to wrestle next week? Tune in next week and find out. 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Good suplex there by Windham. And now Barry Windham trying to put away Luger. Hats off to the WWE last week. Elimination Chamber. That heel turn from John Cena was good. Low kick there by Luger. Luger going for the pile driver. He planted him. He planted Windham with the pile driver in the middle of the ring. Hooks the leg. That could be all. 2 and 3. Windham got the shoulder up. Windham got the shoulder up. This match will continue. Luger thought he had him beat right there. Luger picks him up. Might have been going for the rack again. Again, Windham had it well scouted. Floats over. DDT by the tall Texan. Arn Anderson cheering him on. Turns him over. 1, 2. Luger kicks out. What a matchup to close out the program. Running knee right to the side of the head. Windham might be going for that claw. If he lands it, it's over. Went for the clothesline. Luger moved out of the way. Luger from behind. Windham was celebrating way too early. What a move there. Pump handle slam there by Luger. And now putting the boost to the neck of Windham. Cover 1. Windham's got his foot on the rope. Referee saw it, and he'll call for the break. Again, great ring awareness by Barry Windham. And Windham's going out to the floor. Luger flexing his muscles. Fans loving it. Putting on the show for the crowd. Windham, no. From behind, throws Luger up and over. There's that chair that Luger was going to use earlier. If any member of the Horsemen attacked him, he knocked him for a loop. And Windham's got the chair. If Windham uses it, he'll be disqualified. Windham's got it. Luger went for the right hand. Nobody home. He knocked the chair out of Windham's hand. They have until the count of 10 to get back in. And Luger just suplexed Windham on that chair. We do not want a double count out here. Windham catches the leg. Elbow to the knee. Windham was thrown into the ring post. Referee up to 7. Windham throws Luger back in the ring, and Windham back in the nick of time. So again, the match continues. Nice neck breaker by Barry. And a cover. This might be all. 1, 2. Windham moving on. No, he's not. At least not yet. Kick out there by Luger. I almost said kick off. Football's been over for a few weeks now. Windham picks him up. Beautiful suplex and bridge. He's got him pinned. 1, 2. Another kick out by the total package. What a main event. This is World Championship Wrestling. We wrestle. Sleeper hold here by Windham. Luger thrashing the arms around, trying to break free. Luger trying to break free. And he will by driving the jaw right into the top of the head. Went for the right hand, nobody home. Luger just dazed out there. But what a clothesline! He ran him over that clothesline! What a powerful clothesline! Hooks the leg! He got him! Luger's moving on. Windham has been defeated. Anderson can't believe it. The Horsemen go 0 for 2 tonight. But what a showing from Barry Windham. Lex Luger is moving on to round 2. I mentioned it earlier. He has the most powerful clothesline in World Championship Wrestling. He rocked Windham out of nowhere. What a matchup. That's going to do it for tonight, fans. Thank you for being here.
Here is your winner, the total package, Lex Luger.
I'll see you next week. Have a great night.